Howdy, howdy, howdy. Well, last day of April. Huh. Oh, last show of the month. How's everybody doing? Let's see, we got a few people over here in the chat. We got Dwight, Almar, how you doing? Dave's Hobbies and Trains, CSXGE, Cool Tropolis, Jerry, how you? Human City. We got a few of them starting to come in now. On the panel, Cool Tropolis is here. Tim, Joey.
How's your week, Johnny?
Yeah, it's been okay.
How you guys doing?
Oh, not too bad, Joey.
Tim got a haircut.
Yeah.
Nice.
About time, starting to look like a hippie.
Well,
Hey, I got a right look like a hippie. That served my time.
it looks like Abraham Lincoln, so it's all good.
Yeah, that was before your time, though.
Just one generation.
Uh-huh. Well, Jerry put good use to his stimulus check. He said he bought a CB&Q switcher. SD70, how you doing?
Was it brass?
Not for the amount of money you get. Well, yeah, you could buy a brass with that cable.
Yeah, I was gonna say $1,200.
Yeah.
So I purchased this stuff from eBay about, I don't know, a month ago. And it's just, I found for $11 on eBay, just a bunch of parts, wiring, automobiles, screws.
Bunch of junk.
It's junk, and I use it all. It's treasure. It's everything I could possibly use.
Hey, what's the old saying, Joey? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Absolutely. I have a lot of trash here, and it's all gold to me.
That'd probably be gold to me too.
Rob just jumped in, Mr. Gino. Well, here comes to Bob here on the panel. How you doing, Bob?
Oh, come on, everybody run.
We said his name last week in the closing, and look what happens.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it last week, so I guess my ears were burning.
That's it. Your name was said 3 times in a row, and look, poof, you appear.
Well, we mentioned Ron Marsh last time too, and he showed up during the show.
Oh. Am I sort of like Beetlejuice?
That's it.
Beetlejuice.
Exactly. Kind of looked like him.
Yeah.
He's got that hair.
Well, I almost didn't make it in here because today I was in a Zoom room. So I'd signed up for Zoom because I had a meeting for work. I tried to get in this, and I says, well, I better test my own room just to see if I can get in it. And it says, your camera is disabled. It's locked. I'm like, what? It's like, so I logged out of the Zoom. It still wouldn't let me into this. Okay, let's reboot. Rebooted it. Came back into my room. Everything was working. So like, okay, I'll join.
Yeah.
Not again.
Yeah, a lot of times you got to close the browser completely out at least.
Yeah, well, I did that, opened it back up. It didn't care. I'd signed out of Zoom, nothing. It had locked it. It said, you're mine. You can't have it. I changed all my default settings, and it didn't care.
Yeah.
That was rude.
It puts other stuff in there outside the browser. Lloyd just jumped in, so did Dave BNSF.
Whereby takes your camera priority too. So if you got Whereby, and even if you have your camera shut off and try to open it in another program, it won't let you grab it.
Hadn't really run into the problem before, so I was kind of like, this is new.
Yeah. GRE 2057.
We were running into this problem the other night with everybody because we were helping set up a bunch of guys run OBS in the other room.
Okay.
The other room.
So the only reason why I got this whole thing for $11 is just for these crossing gates. I saw the exact ones I needed, and okay, I'll get everything with that too.
That 0.5 LED ought to work at fitting those.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna repaint them for the scene.
Yeah, we got Stephen Percy joining.
Hey, Steven.
Hey,
Hey, we've
guess what I caught last week? I caught like 2 ATEs leading.
Yeah.
SD70s. No full sudden.
High
Saw
speed.
Coltrane today.
High speed boom just popped in a few minutes ago. How you doing?
Hey, Bob.
Hello.
Chat.
Hey, John.
Howdy, howdy.
Hey, Bob. What up, y'all? I've seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I've been busy this month.
Mr. Ray. Ray B.
Oh, wow.
All righty, before we get too far into this, I guess y'all saw Big Bill's announcement, and
No.
also we
I'm disappointed,
got a
Bob.
new trailer show went in today, come out, so we got a new show coming up this coming Saturday. It's called Railroad Empires, how we are building them. I'll have to get used to that.
My picture, guys.
It's going to be Saturday, this coming Saturday at 9 p.m. like all the shows. Going to be something a little different. We got Tim here. He's on the show. We got MHO Junction, Lloyd. Then we got Robert and Andy. They'll be doing a camera down on building layouts. What everybody's been
I might be
doing.
on the show. I don't know yet.
Do what?
Might be on the show. I don't know yet.
But
There's a train coming at you. Don't let it hit you on the way out.
yeah. Hey Otis, how you doing? So be sure to tune in Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Check the show out. Should be
Yes.
pretty interesting. Shane Strange just popped in.
Oh my god. You guys are hilarious.
Hey Michael, how you doing?
I think I have enough signs here to last me a whole highway.
Well, looks like you got a road jam anyway going there.
I don't know what happened.
I ain't doing.
Well, that's because the engine ran through the cop car.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Everybody piled up waiting for the accident to get clear.
Yeah.
An accident? Oh no!
No.
Oh, here's.
Have you seen a train derailment?
You have.
Actually, it's more a locomotive that started to blast through a cop car.
What?
The locomotive went the cop had to park the car on the tracks. Come on, Joey.
Like a real thing. What? Yeah, what
We'll
the
be
hell?
using everything here.
On tracks.
I got it.
That made me laugh.
I had a clean table. That's what messed it.
So
Who
what
put the
kind
cop car on the tracks?
Don't feel bad, Joey. I'm trying to clean up my messes here. Get ready for the show this Saturday. So
Nice.
Is that a train show?
Are you doing that? Are you doing that live, or are you doing it pre-recorded?
it's gonna be live that I know of.
It's gonna be on Memorex.
Memorex.
Gonna be live over the shoulder or camera down.
So we're gonna ask him some obscene questions.
All right, now maybe you guys won't get so much feedback from me.
Okay.
Who's getting feedback from
Oh,
you?
wait.
I don't know. For whatever reason, I'm getting a lot of feedback now in OBS. I can't seem to get rid of it on my microphone.
I
Everybody
wouldn't hear anything on my end, but that's not. I got YouTube going and it's muted, so not to say they weren't getting any.
Yeah, mine too.
Anybody want brass rail joiners? No? Okay.
Brass rail joiners.
Yeah. I mean, there's everything.
Why?
Isolated, plastic isolated joiners too. Wow, I've never seen these.
The plastic rail joiners, you've never seen them, Joey?
Only
Brass.
oak steel. I've never seen them. I've never seen them in black. I've seen them in clear.
Oh, you got black plastic ones?
Yeah.
Come on, look, painted them.
I've seen yellow and clear, but I haven't seen black.
First time I've ever seen black.
Well, they kind of yellow over time anyway.
Brass. I've seen brass for joiners.
I mean, these were like
scale
bright
layout.
yellow.
At train show.
Okay. Just so you could see that it was a, isolated rail or something.
Whoa.
If they say
What the heck happened?
lost your camera there, Tim.
No, I hit a key. I did something weird.
I got plastic wheels.
What happened to your camera?
Mhm.
He muted his
Well,
mic.
One of my next videos I'm going to do is installing a DCC and sound decoder in my rivet counter scale trains.
204.
-9.
Well, I'm not going to watch it unless you do a museum piece.
I already got it in there.
I'm just teasing.
Came with
Is it
it.
the new top hat? The Bob?
What?
Is it the new top hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to risk a museum piece, is it even really worth it?
Is it the new top hat or the white
But-
cap?
I don't know. Not a lot of people put them in there. Or nobody's made a video of how to do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt my first one. See how bad it goes.
Oh, don't be negative. Be fine.
The sounds of those scale train dash trains. Oh my god.
Yeah, I bought a DCC
They
ready.
did the white prime move.
Didn't realize that I got a DCC ready instead of one with sound. I was like, oh well, I'll just buy all the parts and put it in myself and
You should get the
do a
scale
little bit of
trains,
modeling.
scale trains and scale till
Modification.
4.
Yeah.
The Tier 4s are very nice.
Did and scale till 4s.
He's got a point, the Bob.
What now?
The Tier 4s are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, Bob.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh no! Train wreck. On your layout, Bob.
I have a feeling on a couple new ones are going to come out soon from scale trains in N scale.
New tier
And
4s
HO.
at all.
I think they're going to go with a certain an SD model, but I can't really confirm or deny that. It's just my guess.
SC45.
We'll
You
see.
make us all anxious.
I heard that they have an NW Spill
I kind
SD45
of
in
posted this
HON.
little comment to Shane at a train show this year, and you didn't quite say no. So I'm like, okay.
Guess what? They're
If
NWs.
you do this particular paint scheme, I've already bought one. Just letting you know.
Stephen, can you hear Bob talking? Stephen,
Yeah.
can you
I
hear?
let them know that.
Because Bob's been talking. You were kind of talking over the top of him.
Oh.
I just want to see if he lost his audio or something.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like an
Audio
idiot.
sucks.
Kind of happens.
Hey Bob,
Yes.
they did a Norfolk Western Spirit locomotive in scale trains.
Yeah.
They did a 1776 NW.
Mm-hmm. But not an N scale.
I think they did that in scale too.
No. It's only an HO.
Well, then you got to talk
They
to
could-
Shane.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Gilmore got good news today, he said. Doctors told him he doesn't have leukemia.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Good,
Thank
good
the Lord.
news.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
they're still trying to figure out where his head is, so.
Well, we can tell you where his head is, but it's not appropriate for the show.
We're still looking for it.
Come on.
We love you, Andrew. You know it.
Oh God.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be getting another nasty email from Andrew.
Oh.
Oh no.
Never mind, I got the response.
He
Oh,
can
God.
just give you a nasty gram on Facebook now because I sent him a friend request the other day. So
Yeah.
he popped up on my people you might know list. But
And
yeah,
that mug.
we'll send the grumpy grandpa your request.
Big Bill just came in.
Bill, how's New York doing?
Boo!
Same as it was last week.
Yeah. Noisy and congested. Probably quieter.
Yeah.
My grandfather said Brooklyn looks like a ghost town.
Is it starting to look like I Am Legend?
No, it's starting to look like 1600.
The other day.
Yeah, maybe a
Oh
little
my
bit.
God.
I Am Legend. Yeah.
Ooh, we got a break.
Or The Dark Knight Returns with Bane.
Guess what? Insane light or little bit later now.
They've closed the bridges.
Yeah, Bill said they're going to open
Like
up
a
New
ghost-
York next week.
They have to.
Yeah, I heard that extend Ohio stay-at-home order. Beyond May 1st.
Yeah, we're kind of opening up a little bit some stuff here in Nebraska on Monday.
Yeah, we started this week.
We're supposed to start on Monday too here in Indiana.
There's a couple
Really?
things starting tomorrow though, May 1st. But they're gradually kind
Really, Indiana?
Let's start tomorrow and start gradually opening more and more stuff Monday, I think.
We're trying to figure out on the Arkansas Missouri Railroad how we're going to open up for excursions again.
And
passenger
when's
cars.
the new Central Air Museum gonna be opening up?
Hey, Steven. Steven.
Quick one.
Steven. Can you hear me?
Yeah, quick one.
Yeah. I'm going to mute you for a little bit because you keep talking over top of everybody. I'll turn your mic back on in just a few minutes, okay?
All right.
Yeah.
We gotta go. I think. Well, 33% of. Well, I think we could fit about 68 passengers per passenger car. So they filling up only 33% of the cars right now. We're only doing probably a 5 to 10 mile journey instead of the whole 3 hour trip one way, round trip rather. And obviously, we're going to be checking people's temperatures. That's the first thing. Um, and obviously, we have an ozone machine. We're going to be cleaning up. Obviously, sterilizing all the cars, handrails, try to social distance within the museum as well as the passenger cars. Um, so it's going to be different. We're putting a procedure together, and we're all going to train on it. So we're ready to go for when we open, and everything is nice and calm, and everybody can have that peace of mind that we got their backs, and we got our own backs to for our own liability. And we had a meeting with 45 other excursion railroads, all from around the country. So they're all in it to see what we can do once we can open up again. So
Yeah.
it's
I live in the brothel state, so it's going to be another 2 weeks before they even think about opening anything up around here.
yeah, and we're looking for ways to virtually. Well, we're going to have National Train Day on our big festival Saturday, May 9th. Unfortunately, we can't do that. But the past couple of weeks, me and a few other of the employees have been chasing the trains around Northwest Arkansas. We did the Monette turn from Springdale to Monette, Missouri, and we chased two of the aces back and forth. We also did a chase of all the local jobs. So we're going to have videos, virtual videos of the railroad. We did a interview with our president, our chief mechanic officer, a few of the railroaders, our ticket agent. So we have a lot of videos that are going to come out for that week, as well as model railroading videos from a lot of our um, partners with the model train clubs, or a lot of our conductors who are model railroaders. They want to show off their stuff. And we're going to do a shop tour, which is interesting. And I was able to go into the shops and do a shop tour, and we have one of our aces in there, as well as two C420s getting completely rebuilt. So it'll be fun. You guys will like it. I'll make it. We'll make a thing out of it. So like I know we're doing that. A lot of other museums and excursions are doing the same thing for now, and that's all we can do for the time being. Until things start opening up and we can try to do things as normal as possible. It's a cool idea, and that's what I liked about the NIMRAC NMRA virtual convention. That was awesome.
How much more you got to go on that module there, Joe?
I gotta paint the crossing gates. I'm gonna put the crossing gate lines for the vehicles. May add a sign here and there, but that's about it.
Okay.
I may add a couple other things to it. Not sure yet.
Just a little display kind of thing.
Well, it's a module based off the movie End of the Line, and the movie It's about two railroaders who lose their jobs in Clifford, Arkansas, a fictional town, and they decide to take one of the locomotives and run it all the way up to Chicago to meet with the chairman of the board, and of course they have the police after them the entire time. And
High speed chasing the locomotive. Is that what I just heard?
basically, yeah, the cops were chasing the engine down, and one of the cop cars goes right in front of the right in front on the street on the crossing, and they're like, "We're not going to slow down," and they barrel right through the cop car.
Well, yeah. I mean, the car is going to get, but you need just to put a quarter on the track and it'll derail it, no problem. I mean, everybody knows that, right?
Right.
You put a piece of change on. I'm sorry.
Don't be giving away.
Hey, but here, true story. Okay, Paul McCartney of the Beatles is seen at the railroad tracks because he puts nickels and has the train flatten them, and that's what he actually used for guitar picks.
Nice.
True story.
I have a model of the locomotive here. Let me take it out. It's an Athens Genesis. They used an old Missouri Pacific engine and named it 2377, and it's a fictional railroad called the Southland Railroad. And so I made a model of it here, and there's a logo and everything. There's a spark arresters like the prototype. So the real module, actually, yeah, it looks like this. It's barreling through the cop car. And on top is the police beacon. Hard to see, but the police beacon from when it hit it. That's part of the prototype for the movie. And I think I'll see. Oh yeah, in the front of the engine, it's missing. The right side is missing number boards, and they decided to get drunk one night, and they decided to shoot up the locomotive in the front. So I made all the look like bullet holes and the glass broken. So it was a fun project. It's from in 1987. I watched the movie since I was a kid, and I'm going to be modeling that railroad. Even though it's fictional, but I'm going to be modeling that railroad on my way out.
So translation, you got drunk and goofed up and then fixed it. No, I'm only thinking. Oh.
You know, true. And actually, right here I have and Tim helped me pick this out. I purchased a Missouri Pacific GP15, which I'm going to make into a Southland Railroad locomotive as well. From Caboose Hobbies. Thank you. Well, Caboose Hobbies, right? In the Colorado. Yeah.
I think that's where you got it from.
Yeah, it was Caboose. Yeah.
So, foam or foam board?
This
Chris.
This is the stuff that nobody likes to model with. It's just installation white foam with the little balls that come out that make a huge mess. And I put on we had some extra around the house and used a piece of 1/2-inch wood underneath it to make it nice and firm.
Yeah.
And the
Standard foam.
yeah, pretty much. And the whole top is let's see here, the ground cover. Obviously, I used the Woodland Scenics green blend and burnt grass, but it's been colored underneath with ash that we use for our wood oven, a wood stove rather. And I take that, sifted all the rocks out. I took a little bit of rock on the side of the road up front by the highway, and have all different kind of grades of rock and ash, and then I sprinkled that on. And even though it looked gray, I diluted some brown paint and sprinkled the brown paint on it, and then used the foam and then the grass on top of that, so it looks like just regular Just regular woodland scenic grass. Some super trees here on the side, some super trees here, and some of this old lichen that I had. Um, this lifelike Bachman cheap, like some their own lichen. I used some of that and added some of the Scenic Express leaves on it. Look like thick bushes. Um, let's see here, styrene strip for the road, artistic crayons for the lines on the road. The all the debris was just a bunch of leaves and broken up branches and parts of the car that I cut up that I didn't use. I cut them little tiny pieces, put glue on, put the glue on, and just slot them on the scene. And I used the Gorilla Glue that's clear, and it kind of stained the road, which I like in certain spots. And they did that purposely to show like oil has been spilled. It's kind of hard to see. I know I'm working on getting a new computer or a new webcam. So, um, and the ballast is pure ash that's been to make it look really fine, looks a little more realistic. And let's see, over here, there's, I don't know if you can see it, but I have an old vehicle like these cheap cars here, like these old cheap vehicles from like Lifelike. I I made rusted a couple of them up, and I put them hidden in the bushes. It looked like abandoned vehicles. Uh, and over here, kind of hard to see, but right here. Oh wait, look at the wrong spot. That's go the other way. Right here is it looks like an old propane tank, and I weathered that up. And that's an old handle for one of our holders that we used to hold up the windows, and it broke, and we threw it out. I took it out of the garbage, and I used some of the gouache watercolor paint that I showed in the NMRA clinic that I did, and weathered it to make it look like an old abandoned propane tank. And that's the diorama.
Wow.
Chris, what's that you're using for the road bed under that turnout?
It's the same foam. It's just in a sheet.
Oh,
It's a I hate being the name brand person.
that's
It's
all right.
it's this stuff.
Yeah,
It's just a lot easier to make a turnout pad out of this than it is. I mean, you can make it out of the road thing, but you waste so much of it. It's a lot easier just to buy one sheet of this and make a bunch of them.
yeah. Okay. So that's been working pretty good for you, huh? This road bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's another plug for somebody else. But and they're not open now anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the Hobby Lobbies, you got to make sure you got the coupon. Don't go to Hobby Lobby without the coupon, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm lucky, and I have 3 Hobby Lobbies that are like kind of on my way to and from work. So if I run out of something, I can usually get it. But this is my last bottle. But this glue, the foam glue that
Yeah.
they have,
BSI.
yeah, the epoxies I like too, but you got to remember to keep the plugs, because when you put epoxy up, if you just put these little caps on it, the epoxy will go bad. You open it up after it drains back down, give it 30 minutes to drain back down, and stick the plug back underneath it, and your epoxy will last a whole lot longer. But this glue works really well with the foam. It when you put it down, you put a bead on it, and then I just take a spreader and then spread it out so it makes a smooth layer, because it has a pretty good viscosity to it. It'll hold lumps and then squish out where you don't want it. But it holds itself. Like, I mean, you can draw a line and then you can lay it down and it'll hold itself, and then all you got to do is like really pin the ends. and it dries relatively fast, so you don't want to do like 12 feet at a time. I find that I usually work in 5 and 6 foot sections. So,
All right.
and I probably should have planned this one a little bit better instead of having this little piece, but you put it down, glue it down, and then you take a light scuff over the top, and it evens all out and stuff, so it'll be all right. And then it gets covered with ballast anyway.
Yep.
So,
Howdy, Bill.
Yeah, hello, what's
so,
up?
so, and here's another
What's up?
pointless plug. So Amazon, 10 pounds of ballast for $29. So all I'm gonna have to say, this is gonna take some work to use.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some sieving. I think I'm gonna probably end up with 4 different grades, but I'll end up with like 2.5 pounds of each,
Yeah.
hopefully. So some of it'll be usable for ballast, some of it'll be boulders. Because you gotta laugh. It's good for HO and G. Not O. We can't use it for O. G. But in the pictures, it has a fine dust all the way up to a big rock. So I got some screens. I'll put it through. And if not, it'll make the bottom of a lake or a gravel pit. So it'll all be good. Anyway, angles. Gotta look at angles. And that goes there.
Yeah. No sound for texts.
You found the text.
My sound for text was beep beep.
Oh,
Meet me,
I don't know if you heard that or not.
no.
Roadrunner.
Yeah, one of the girls been helping us over at the house. She's got a knocking sound, like somebody knocking on the door for text messages from certain people. We're over at the house working, and that thing will go off, and I head for the front door just about every time. I told her one day.
It doesn't fool your dogs, but it fools you.
Yeah. Oh, the
Dogs
dogs
don't
were
bark.
probably be barking if they were there, but I have no idea, Ralph, what Bill's doing on stage.
Beyond the stage, what? I have to have a special invite or what? What's happening?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I mean, he put stage. I don't know. I didn't know he had a stage.
How you doing, Bill?
Good, good.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
I wish I had $1 for every time somebody
Here's
said
Mr.
that.
Hand.
Yeah, you and me both.
So Joey decided to go through this inventory.
Well, actually, the buddy of mine stuff that I'm going through that I'm planning on perhaps weathering or what. I don't know yet.
I think you should weather it.
Weather?
Yeah.
Good idea.
So a friend of mine. Because I've seen locomotives that can get filthy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. These are a good friend of one of my closest friends. He actually got out of the hobby and he gave me these to weather up or sell off. Or and I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to sell them off. I like a lot of them.
Oh my.
Human City want to know does anybody use anything better than Excel to document their inventories?
Wait. People
What?
actually document their inventories?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
I
a
do.
spreadsheet.
Right. Well, you can use Excel, and then Scale or Woodland Scenics actually has a model railroad inventory app that you can download and use.
Yeah.
And it will actually save it to the cloud.
Oh,
I do, John.
I was making my own Access database and taking pictures, putting it in there, and then I got tired of doing that and stopped doing it altogether.
I've been about tempted to do it or write my own. But also, if you use JMRI and you have your roster, I mean, right there's your inventory and your roster.
Yeah.
I think you can export that as a spreadsheet.
Well, that's just for your engines, isn't it? But what
No,
about
you put
rolling stock?
rolling stock in your roster also.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you use, Bill?
I'm sorry, John. What?
What was you using for your inventory?
Paper and pencil.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was hammer and chisel.
Tried and true.
I used to do that with I used to work at a restaurant and I was a host. I'll just jot down in my head because I was so bored. Just jot down all the stuff I have in my boxes.
You used to do it with a hammer and chisel, Joey? That's dedication, man.
Hammer and chisel was awesome. I made
Hammer and
sure
chisel
they painted it.
Mayhem.
Actually, I have it on a plaque on a bench outside in the garden.
Yeah, I figured Andy or Robert be in here tonight.
I figured they would too.
Andy was on in the other room, but he had to leave to go do something.
Yeah, go back to work.
Well, I did finish my phase 3 of my layout.
Nice.
Phase 3.
So now it goes all the way into the living rooms and back. So I got to do a layout video at some point. But my last piece I had to put in was a 4-foot section that was a steel viaduct scene. So building that was a little
Fiddly.
yeah, it was fiddly. Some pieces were actually broken, and it was like, oh. I had 2 sets.
No.
And the first set was just kind of it. I was going a little too fast, and I didn't really pay attention to what I was doing. But like, yeah, this isn't lining up right. It's all kind of twisted, so kind of broke it apart, and made it work. So I'm fairly happy with it. Yeah, it was fun to do.
Nice.
I hear N scale is a little bit easier to do than the HO version, though.
This HO keeps derailing.
I thought about getting an N scale set. What do you think?
Yeah.
I love N scale. I don't know if I can. I'm still learning HO, so we'll see. I went from HO to O scale. Now I'm O scale down to HO, so maybe I'll go to N.
Yeah, you're bouncing around. You got to go up and down. Up and down.
Yeah, well, I was saying to myself too. I go, well, if all I had left was a bathroom to model, and I guess I'll go N scale.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget about the TT. Have you seen the coffee tables layouts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like under glass or whatever? Those are really nice.
I love those.
Please.
But, I mean, I got enough projects. I don't need another one. But that would be fun to do.
I have seen a couple of things at train show.
I figured, I could sit on the toilet and switch cars in the yard.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
No funny. Okay.
Or is it Z? Is Z smaller than TT?
Is he tiny?
Yeah.
No, I think.
I thought
Z-
TT was smaller than Z.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't.
DZ.
I'm not sure which way it goes, but I know
Yeah.
that they got the itty bitty ones that you can control via little radio controller, and they put them in the coffee tables under glass.
Yeah.
So,
The way I always remember TT being so tiny is tabletop.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just couldn't remember if Z was smaller or not, because I know what Z comes after N and then TT. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't alphabetical for some reason.
Yeah.
TT, teeny tiny.
Yeah. Probably teeny tiny.
The reason why I know TT smaller, teeny tiny. That's how I remember it.
I think that's
Hey,
1/400
Joey.
versus 1/220.
Yeah.
If you guys want to go whale fighting, go to Dash to look.
Oh, okay. Glass is put over here in the chat. TT is between N and HO. T is smaller than Z.
Ah.
Oh, see?
Tiny.
Here you go.
We do not know. I'm sure somebody else out there did.
Yep.
Well, it's also easy to do this.
Looking it up. Why is looking it up? Looking it up is no fun.
You got to buy it to figure it out.
All
So I
right.
guess. Yeah,
Hey.
Yeah, ZZT.
Oh my god, that's small.
Hey, I was looking at the
Imagine
same page.
TT in that.
I'm literally looking at the same one. I look back and went, hey, guys, I'm looking at the same picture.
So literally, I can model Chicago to LA in my living room with T and scale.
Yeah.
Double deck layout, probably.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
You know?
Make it happen. Make it so.
Yeah. You know, you
We'll
need
change.
to-
We'll
just
change your
look
name.
over.
We'll change your name to Scotty. And give it all you got and make it so.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. You could have it like, 3 feet off the ground and it look like an airplane looking down.
Hey, gentlemen,
Hey.
Yes, Bill.
Scott is here.
Scott is here.
Scott is here, boys.
Scott's here.
Scott was in New Zealand last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
Where is he?
Scott is all over the place. But I tell you, he's having a hard. What's his name? Got a guy who does the actual show. The color. I can't think of his name. Don.
G.
Yeah,
Hello?
Don. Don is having a hard time with this lockdown, isn't he? His last video, you can see it in his eyes. He's like going, what it was, Fargo. That's it. Like, he's going crazy.
I'm not doing too bad. I'm pretty much at home anyway, most of the time anyway. So this is like every weekend.
Yeah, I mean, my life hasn't changed that much because I still work, so I still have to go to work, and then I still get online and talk to everybody here, so I still see people and faces and have conversation and stuff, and I still play online games, so I still have those friends as well, so I'm not feeling it as hard as some other people.
Yeah, I mean, I got to work. I got my laptop here with me, so sometimes I work, telework. This week I've been at the office. So we're supposed to keep that 6-foot distance between everybody, which is pretty easy. We got a spread out office, so and there's not a lot of people there, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Until you go to Walmart, people elbowing you left and right anyway.
Yeah, I'm in a truck by myself all day long.
There you go.
So.
Yeah.
My life has not changed all that much.
Yeah, so we were trying to figure out for the railroad to open up for the excursions. What kind of distance can we possibly do? And turns out it's like I think every other seat or every few seats that we can have the social distancing. Not easy to do that in a car. You gotta have the windows open, and we're actually a lot of excursions are looking into buying and modifying flat cars as open air cars and have a canopy on top and put benches in them. So have a bunch of those. Thing is, bathroom is the only issue is having a bathroom on board. So
Yeah.
I guess you could put a porta potty on there. In fact, all you need to get maintenance of way car. Take one of those; it's already done for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that right, Gino.
Yeah.
He said
Hey, look,
when
I'm
you're
just-
antisocial, it's pretty much the same old.
Yeah, I'm just thankful Amazon's still running.
Oh yeah.
Because I got in. I can finish that house. I can finally do the LEDs. Because without Amazon, we don't get the stuff like this.
Right.
Excuse me.
They've been shutting down a lot of the food chains that are going on, and Tyson's has been doing the same thing here in Northwest Arkansas. Trains have been combined. A lot of the local jobs have been combined to one. Normally, what we'll do, and we'll have a crews that are running, between 7 o'clock, 8:30, 11 o'clock, and they'll go do their thing everywhere, and it works their industries. And now it's only like 1 or 2 crews compared to 4, and they're just running all back and forth, and you can see things we're suffering is because the Monette turn will have 30, 40 cars, sometimes 55, 60 cars for BNSF. We've been only having 25, 13, or the most 30 cars. And sometimes we will run a mid-train DPU. Well, actually, it's the only railroad that I know you can have 2 aces in the front and a C420 Alco. 20, 30 cars, and then an ace mid-train DPU, and then another 20, 30 cars behind that. Or sometimes 2 Alcos in the middle, which is interesting. But, when things start bouncing back, it'll be cool to see that again. Because I'll be in the office, all of a sudden the whole building will shake, and I go, what the hell is that? There's 2 Alcos, mid-train DPUs, manned Alcos, of course. I mean, manned helpers.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, we done hit 1 hour.
What?
That was quick.
Yep. So
We're
Everybody,
using a passport.
so be sure and tune in Saturday night. That's this Saturday, May the 2nd, for Railroad Empires, how we are building them. I'll be with Robert Holloman and Lloyd, Jim, and Andy. They're starting it all off. From my understanding, they'll be doing at least 10 shows. They're going to run it every other Saturday. So you're going to have a show every other Saturday on Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's going to be a camera down on the layouts. So they'll be working on layouts and talking about different aspects and all that of the layouts. And I'll be pretty good. I know all of them have been working really hard to put the show together, get things rolling. They just put out a trailer video today. I believe that went out on YouTube and Facebook. Well, it's good to see everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all coming in. Oh, I see Dan's in. A little late, but hey, good to see you, Dan. So y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Keep the 6 feet apart.
You have a good night, Johnny. We'll see you later.
Right now, we're not 6 feet apart. We're only a few inches.
Yeah, well,
On the screen, anyway.
here we're
sure.
safe. For now, anyway.
It's your fault, Bob, that we're only inches away.
Oh.
See, once you close your screen, we get farther apart. Just. Yeah.
All right, we'll catch
Have a
y'all.
good night.
Yeah, we'll catch y'all later. Have a good one.